$2,071. That is the average Social Security check in America this year. And if you die near the end of the month, the government takes that check back out of your bank account. Not from your estate, not through a court. Out of the account, by your own bank, in one business day. Nobody asks your daughter first. So today, a timeline. Day 0, the day you die. Day 3, day 32, day 41, month 3, what reaches your family at each point and what quietly leaves. One federal rule that lets a bank pull money back with no court order. One line in California law that says the bank form does not always win. And one thing that form gives you that nobody mentions. You have probably been told that one free form at the bank fixes all of this. That is true. I am not here to argue with it. Go fill out the form. But that form is where every video on this subject stops, and it is not where the story stops. The story stops about 6 weeks later, and that part has not been on camera. One number first, so you know why this matters. The Pew Research Center surveyed almost 9,000 American adults last fall. Among people in their 60s, 46% have a will, not a majority. In their 70s, 66%. If you assume everyone your age has this handled, they do not. A separate survey this year, 5,000 adults, found 48% of baby boomers have none of the basic documents at all, close to half. Day 0. Let us walk through a family. I want to be straight with you about them. This family is a composite. The people are not real. Every single number attached to them is real, and I will tell you where each one comes from. All of them are in the source list under this video. Retired man, 73 years old, lives in California. He has one daughter. His account is not large. It holds about what a lot of accounts hold at that age. His Social Security lands in it every month. 2 years ago, he did the right thing. He walked into his branch, asked for the beneficiary form, wrote his daughter's full name, her date of birth, and her Social Security number, and signed it. It cost nothing. It took 11 minutes. He dies on the 30th, day 3. His daughter brings the death certificate and her driver's license to the branch. The teller looks at the screen, sees her name on the account, and the money is hers. No judge, no lawyer, no waiting. That form did exactly what it promised. If this were any other video, it would end right here, and you would close it feeling like you had handled something. Day 32. The next Social Security payment lands in the account. It looks completely normal. Same amount, same day, same bank. Here is what almost nobody knows about that money. Social Security pays a month behind. The deposit that arrives in March is your February money. And Social Security does not pay a benefit for the month a person dies. He died on the 30th. He was not alive for the entire month. So no payment was owed for that month. That deposit was never his. Social Security says this in plain English in their own publication, number 0510008. If a payment arrives by direct deposit, contact the bank and ask them to return it. That is the government telling you what is coming. Now look at who they tell you to contact. The bank, not Social Security, the bank. Because the bank hands the money back, and it does not need your family's permission. Day 41. The Treasury Department sends the bank what is called a Notice of Reclamation. The rule is Title 31, Code of Federal Regulations, Part 210, Subpart B. Once the bank receives that notice, it has one business day to act. 1. The bank looks at the account, takes what is in it, up to the amount owed, and sends it back to the federal government. Nobody at the bank calls the daughter first. She finds out when she sees the balance or when a check she wrote comes back. The window that matters is 45 days from the date of death, and the reach goes back further than most people would guess. Under that same rule, the government can go back 6 years to reclaim payments made after a death. Then there is a carve-out written right into it. If the balance is larger than the total of those 6 years of payments, the 6-year limit stops applying. Read that one more time. The limit protects you only if the account is small. If your account is healthy, the limit disappears. That is written into federal regulation, not invented by me, and the citation is in the source list below. 6 years back, 1 business day to act, no hearing and no phone call to your family. There is a second version of this that is worse. Everything I just described is the bank's limited liability, and the bank only gets it if it did not know about the death when the payments arrived. If the bank did know, the limit does not apply. It owes the government every dollar of those payments, whether or not the money is still sitting there. Now the other direction, because money moves towards your family too. Social Security pays a one-time death payment of $255. It goes to a surviving spouse who is living with the deceased, or to a qualifying child if there is no spouse. It has been that same amount since 1954. It will not cover a funeral. Claim it anyway, and here is the reason. There is a deadline. 2 years from the date of death. Miss it, and it is gone. In one recent year, the government paid about $215 million in these, across roughly 840,000 deaths. Month 3. A medical bill arrives for care from his last few weeks. His daughter assumes it is not her problem because the money came to her outside of court. This is where the form has a limit that almost never gets said out loud. The Uniform Probate Code, which nearly every state has adopted in some form, has a section written for exactly this situation. It is Section 6-102. The heading is Liability of Non-Probate Transferees for Creditor Claims and Statutory Allowances. In plain language, if the estate does not have enough to cover valid debts, money that passed outside of court can be reached to help cover them. Avoiding the courthouse is not the same thing as erasing what is owed. And one correction while we are in that code. You will hear people cite Section 6-101 for the beneficiary rule. That section states a general principle. The one that governs who gets the money at death is 6-212, titled Rights at Death. Now the state-specific limit, and this one surprises attorneys. If you live in California, open your probate code to Section 5302. It says the money belongs to the named beneficiaries, and then it adds 5 words, unless there is clear and convincing evidence of a different intent. That is an opening. If a family member can show a court by that standard that you meant the account to go somewhere else, the designation can be challenged. California attorneys litigate this every year. So when you hear that a bank form beats a will every single time without exception, that is not what the California statute says. The same section does protect you in one way, and the distinction matters. A beneficiary designation cannot be changed by a will. Writing a new will does not move that account, so a will cannot rewrite it, but evidence of your intent can be used to fight it. 2 different doors, only one is closed. California also sets the line for when a court gets involved at all. If what is left outside of beneficiary designations comes to $208,850 or less, the family can use a sworn affidavit instead. Probate Code Section 13100. there is a mandatory 40-day wait. Now, the thing the form gives you that nobody talks about. Federal deposit insurance covers $250,000 per depositor, per bank. Most people stop right there. But when you name beneficiaries on an account, the insurer counts them. $250,000 of coverage for each named beneficiary, up to 5 of them. That is $1,250,000 of coverage at a single bank for one owner. The rule took effect on April 1st, 2024. The formula the agency publishes is owners times beneficiaries times 250,000. Naming your 3 children on an account takes your coverage from $250,000 to $750,000 on the same balance for free. So here is what to do. 3 things this week. 1. Call your bank and ask 2 questions. Is there a beneficiary on this account, and what exactly is the name on it? Ask them to read the name back to you out loud. An old name is worse than no name because it feels handled. 2. Ask that same question for every account separately. Checking, savings, and each certificate of deposit is its own contract with its own form. One designation does not carry across them. 3. Tell the person you named that they are named, and tell them this. If a payment arrives after you are gone, do not spend it. Call the bank. That last sentence is the whole video. The form works. Use it. It just does not work alone. Every figure here was checked against the official source, and those sources are listed below. State rules differ, and they change. Confirm your own situation with your bank. If this made you think of someone who is going to get a deposit they should not spend, send it to them today. That is the one thing that actually helps. And if this was useful, hit the like button and subscribe. One question for the comments. Does your bank account have a beneficiary on it right now? Just yes or no. I read them. New breakdowns for American seniors every Tuesday and Friday. This is the last dollar. Make yours count.